All right, in this video, we're going to cover how to analyze the competition for your niche keywords. But before we get there, I want to just kind of open your mind to all the possibilities that exist within your research so that you have a lot of options. So obviously with our rank and rent properties, we're going to be targeting a keyword and a service. Obviously the example is pool resurfacing Phoenix. But the first example that can expand right from that keyword is just reversing that order. So you don't have to do keyword service. You can also check service keywords. So pool resurfacing Phoenix would become Phoenix pool resurfacing. So there's always the reverse of the situation, and that's a good thing to keep in mind, because oftentimes, you know, one or the other might have more traffic or might have less competition. So you definitely want to check both and see which one is going to work better for you. And the benefit of it is often you're going to rank for both, even though you're only targeting the one. So it makes more sense to target the one that's easier to rank for or that has more search volume. And you're still going to end up ranking for both, and that's going to double your traffic and then double your site value as well. So keep that in mind. The reverse situation, you should always check both. And then the next thing is that we can work horizontally or we can work vertically. By horizontally, what I mean is that you can check the same city but a different niche. So you can do like Phoenix pool resurfacing, Phoenix lawn care, Phoenix home builders, right? And then plus all the reverse options of those. And then you can also work vertically, which means you're going to stay in the same niche, but you're going to choose a different city each time and check all those. So for example, pool resurfacing in Phoenix, or pool resurfacing in Las Vegas, or pool resurfacing in Palm Springs, plus all the reverse options again. So just from this small list of keywords, you can see how many possibilities actually exist and how many you should be checking to find the absolute golden niche. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into one of the tools, keyword supremacy, and show you how to analyze the competition for each of these things. And then in a video after that, we're going to show you how to be able to check all of these scenarios in bulk rather than doing things one at a time. But it's important to know how to do it for a single keyword before you're doing it in bulk. So let's go over to keyword supremacy and check that out. So now we're inside keyword supremacy. I want to show you one of the ways we can search for niches or niches in a really quick way. So if you go over to your account and you click on the search database tab, what this is a big list of over 500 million keywords that we already have the metrics for, that you can start finding possible rank and rent niches in. So for instance, if I just type in a specific niche, okay, so let's start with pool resurfacing, okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my search volume filter up here to be anything that is, I want to make sure our sweet spot is in place, so I want to not go over 1,000, and then the bottom will just keep it the way it is, and I'm just going to click go. You can see now that we have all of our keywords must have the word pool resurfacing in them, and our search volume has to be keywords from 0 to 999 searches per month. The next thing we would do is just organize by search volume, and all the top search keywords are going to come to the top. And all we're really going to do is now scroll down the list looking for a location. So you can see we have pool resurfacing Orlando, 260 searches a month, pool resurfacing cost in Florida. Now, we don't want to go after a keyword with something like cost in it as our main niche, because that's someone looking for a cost. So our main domain, we might go after pool resurfacing Florida, but cost would be another keyword that we would target later on, not as our main keyword. So pool resurfacing in Orlando, however, is a good example. Pool resurfacing Orlando without the word in it is another good example. Pool resurfacing Phoenix, pool resurfacing San Diego, pool resurfacing Miami, Vegas. So you're obviously getting the idea. There's all these keywords that we're finding just by typing in any niche, okay? And you could do this for any niche. You can do roof repair, you can do plumbing, you can do teeth whitening, just keeping in mind that the minimum service cost should be high enough to get your site value high enough. But this is a quick way to look at individual niches and then find a city. The other option, once again, is you can just type in a city. If you're only interested in looking at what's available in Phoenix, you can just type in the word Phoenix, keep your search volume the same, and then just click on go. Okay, and now we would just do the same thing as organized by search volume, and then we can start going through the list and seeing what possible rank and rent niches are there. So right away we have Phoenix Dental Pediatrics, Phoenix Bathhouses, Phoenix Web Designer, Phoenix Restoration. So you can see there's a bunch of niches just by either typing in the city that you're interested in or by typing in the niche, the service that you're interested in, and then just going down the list. So the next thing to do is we're going to show you how to analyze the competition of each of these keywords, and it's quite simple to do. We're just going to go look at Phoenix Dental Pediatrics. Does it meet our keyword search volume metrics? Well, it's 880. It's a little over the 100 to 500 that I suggest, but we're still going to look at it anyways. Some of the metrics that you're going to want to look at are CPC. What this is how much are Google advertisers paying per click to show an ad for this keyword. So if we take this keyword over to Google and we were to search it, the ads, you can see there's ad 1, ad 2, ad 3. You can expect that these 3 people or any other people that are bidding on this keyword to show up in the ads are paying around $11 a click. Now that's really great. That means that there's a lot of money being spent by dental pediatrics in Phoenix to show up in Google. So if you're able to rank a property number 1 in Google and you contact those advertisers, they obviously have a budget to show up for this keyword, and you can help them reduce that budget. The next thing is this CMP competition. Now that's not a competition of how hard or easy the keyword is to rank for. What it is how many advertisers are bidding on that keyword. So the competition for that keyword in Google AdWords is actually medium, meaning a medium amount of people are bidding on that keyword. The higher this is, the more people are bidding on that keyword, meaning there's just a bigger overall market in Google for people paying for advertising for that keyword, which is a good thing. So if you have a high CPC and a high competition, those are both good things when it comes to valuing a rank and rent property. So the next step that you want to do is you want to look at the Google trend. Now, sometimes this will show up and sometimes it won't show up. It's dependent on the search volume. There you go. So you can see the trend graph kind of goes a little higher here in the summer, but it's relatively flat, and that's kind of what we want to see. It's just a quick check. So one of the quickest checks that we can do is obviously checking the .com, .net, and .org. And this little button right now is in development, but when you click it, once it's done, what it's going to be able to do is tell you whether the .com, .net, and .org for that specific keyword phrase are available. So if it's ready while you're, if you go into your account and it's working, it's ready. But just for shooting this video purpose, I'm going to show you another quick way to do it. And let's grab that keyword. So we're doing Phoenix Dental Pediatrics, and you're just going to pop it into Namecheap as a search, and you're going to see what's available. So here we can see the .com is available, which is always great. The .net is available, which is great. And we'll even check the .org. Remember, I said if any one of them is available, but the more that are available, the better. So if I look at the .org, the .org is also available. So Phoenix Dental Pediatrics, all 3 extensions .com, .net, .org are available, which is another great signal that this could possibly be a fantastic rank and rent niche. The next thing that we want to look at is how many competing websites are in existence for the keyword, so Phoenix Dental Pediatrics. And to do that, we're just going to click on the Google icon, and that's going to open 4 windows for us. Okay, and the number that we're looking at here is basically this. So for the keyword Phoenix Dental Pediatrics, there's about 6.8 million results in Google, and we're going to look at this keyword phrase in 4 different ways. The first one being this one, which is called a broad match search. And this is just saying, you know, basically give me any of these keywords in any order anywhere on the page, and let's see what comes up in Google. Okay, and we have 6.8 million results. The next one is called a phrase match, where we put the keyword in quotations, and that means we're looking for this exact phrase, meaning these 3 words in this order have to appear somewhere on the website, and you can see the numbers drop dramatically. So we had 6.8 million results here, and here we only have 5 results for this keyword, which this number is actually phenomenally good. I rarely see numbers quite this low. A good number is anything under 50,000. An absolute stellar number is anything under 20,000 for this number. And that's called phrase match. You're putting the keyword in quotations to search for the exact phrase in the results. So we're looking at about 5 competing websites. The next one is a search operator called in title phrase match. So now what we're doing is we're looking for this phrase somewhere in the title, meaning the actual title of the website when you optimize it, which we'll cover in other lessons, how you can control the title and the description and the URL that show up in Google. And you'll notice on this one, it does say 342 results, but here it says no results found for in title. This is the more important thing to look at on this page. There actually are no results. Not one single person has used the phrase Phoenix Dental Pediatrics in the title of their website, even though it's bringing back 342 results because Google wants to bring back some information. Not one of them actually has that phrase in their title, which is extremely good. Like I said, it's very rare. We might have actually stumbled onto an amazing market here, but obviously there's further checks. So the next one is kind of like in title, but it's in the URL that we're checking. We're looking for this phrase inside the URL. So if I actually take this keyword Phoenix Dental Pediatric and I go to the results, not the ads, but into the URL, you can't see it in the URL, but these 3 keywords in this order are showing up in about 2 results. So that's phenomenal. Now the in title, in the in URL, the numbers that you want to see is anything less than 100 is great. Anything less than 63 is actually stellar. That's actually something that another SEO named Doug Cunnington refers to as the golden ratio. And that would be 63, anything less than 63. But we're going to just stick with 100 for now. Anything less than 100 is pretty good. So we have really amazing numbers actually across the board here. So the next step is in the competition research is we want to look at the websites that are ranking on the first page for just the normal search, the way that most people do that. And for that, we're going to use a couple tools. Actually, we're just going to use one. It's called the Mozbar. And I'm going to end the video for this at this one. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to use the Mozbar to really analyze the entire top page and tell how easy or hard it would be to rank for based on what's happening in the top 10.